All right, guys, STAT1800 final exam study guide. The purpose of this video is to work problems 6 through 10, so let's do it. All right, so, well, I've already gone ahead and done a little bit of this. So let's, this isn't a random sample of 76. 19 are classified as successful. Determine the sample proportion of successful people. So all you'd have to do there is just take 19 and divide it by the 76, and you can see that you get 0.25. Now the next thing it asks is to find the standard error, sigma sub p. You guys remember the sigma sub p is the square root of p times 1 minus p over n. Now going back to the problem, it says that p is 0.65, and we can see that our sample size is 76. So 0.65 and 76. So this will be 0.75 times 0.25 divided by 76. Now if we can put that in our calculator without, ooh, that's not right. 0.65 times 0.35. I don't know what I was thinking about there, but I got on a, yeah, 0.65. So 1 minus 0.65 is 0.35. So I just had a brain lapse there for some reason. So if I can put that in my calculator correctly, which we should be able to do. So 0.65 times 0.35 divided by 76 gives us 0.0547. Okay, question number 7. In a recent survey of full-time female workers, 42% said that they would rather give up their salary for more personal time. Suppose you select a sample of 100 full-time female workers, complete parts A through C. So what is the probability that in the sample fewer than 48%, I'm sorry, fewer than 47%. Okay, well guys, this is an easy problem. So we go to standard. So the mean is the p-value. The p, so we said that 42%. So 0.42. The standard deviation will be the square root of 0.42 times 1 minus 0.42, which is 0.58, divided by the sample size, which I forgot. So it said 100. And close it up. So we want fewer than, I don't know why I'm having a hard time remembering this, fewer than 0.47. And hit compute. So 0.8448. So we want this to go to 4 places, so 0.845. All right, what's the probability in the sample between 34% and 47%? So once we've got this, so again, what are we now? 34 and 47. So 0.34, 0.47. Going to 4 places, we go 0.7920. Okay, what is the probability in a sample more than 34%? Well, more of the same stuff. This time we just need to do standard greater than 0.34. So 0.9475, 9475. All right, problem number 8. So we have x bar is equal to 68, sigma is equal to 12, and we're going to do a confidence interval. So guys, when I see that sigma equal to 12, it tells me that I'm going to use a z interval and not a t interval. So I noticed when I've taught this class before and even teaching 1150 and 1500, a lot of people miss this class, not a lot of people, but some people miss this class because they don't recognize that the population standard deviation is given. Therefore, you use kind of that rare confidence interval formula, the z interval. So I'm going to write this stuff down. So I have x bar equals 68. Sigma is equal to 12. And n is equal to 64. And it looks like we want a 99% confidence interval. Guys, I'm going to do this. And guys, let me show you what I did. All I did was just write that down so I have it available when we get to StatCrunch. All right. So StatCrunch, clear this out, go to Stat, go to ZStat again because the population standard deviation is given, go to one sample, and I have summary. I don't have the numbers, so I don't use data. I go with summary. So the sample mean is 68. The population standard deviation is 12. And my sample size is 64. So I want a confidence interval, but I want 0.99 instead of 0.95. And I can see that the answer is 64.13. Let's see what they want us to round to. 2 decimal places. So that's going to be 63.14 and 71.86. Now, you know, if you know how to do this and you're not having any problem and you don't need my narrative on working these, then, you know, skip to the next problem. But this is just, you know, there's a lot of material that we cover in STAT1800. So that's the reason I'm going into the detail here, just in case you need it. Okay, a marketing researcher collects a simple random sample of customers from a population of over 1 million customers that use a home improvement website. After analyzing the sample, she states that she has a 95% confidence that the mean time customers spent on that website per day is between 20 and 58 minutes. Suppose the population mean time customers spent on that website is 39 minutes per day. Does the value of the population mean help show that the confidence interval estimate is correct? Well, since 39 is contained in, we look at yes. So we say yes because the population mean is contained within the confidence interval. So C would be the reasonable answer. All right, number 10, final question that we're going to do in this video. X bar is equal to 80. I'm going to write this down. Standard deviation is equal to 5. Now guys, that's critical. That second part there where we have S is equal to 5 right there. That tells me I use a T interval instead of the Z interval. Okay? So sample size is equal to 36. And it looks like we want a 90% confidence interval. And we need around to 2 places. So go ahead and be prepared for that. So guys, instead of going from stat down to Z-stat, this time we go to T-stat because the population standard deviation isn't given. The sample standard deviation is given. So sample mean was 80. Sample standard deviation was 5. Sample size was 36. And the confidence interval that we desire was 90. Guys, we want this to two places, so I have 78.59, 81.41. All right, select the answer and let's go on to the next one. Okay, well that's the end. That's the 10th question. So I want to start 11. I'll do that in the next video. So take care, guys.